How's it going, class? Chef Roach here, ready to bring you another demo. And this one I'm really excited about sharing. So, this is going to be Korean beef bowls. And my wife and I, we love these. We eat these at least once every 2 or 3 weeks. We love the flavors, we love the textures. We're really into bowls and just combining all those flavors and everything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of start cooking. I'm gonna start bringing it to you. When we're talking about a Korean beef bowl, we're talking about rice, some flavored beef that I'm going to tell you about, and just some vegetables and some things like that to go with it. Make it delicious, make it healthy, and then hopefully you can repeat this. That's the whole idea is that you're able to make this at home, and I'm looking forward to getting some emails from some of y'all that, hey, Chef Roach, I made your meal and my family loved it. 'Cause that's the whole point. So here we go. Guys, I already got the Jasmine rice going. That's something that I usually always do first is knock out some of the grains and get that just set aside because it can rest and hang out for a while. So I went ahead and what we're going to do first is we're going to deal with some pickled vegetables. So when you're talking about Korean beef bowl, we want to have something pickled, something acidic, and we're going to go ahead and utilize some pickled cucumber. And this pickled cucumber, now you could do this a number of ways, y'all. I could thinly slice this, and that would leave me, the same sort of result. But I'm gonna go ahead and just peel this, and I'm gonna peel this because one, I like like the textures that it gives. It kind of gives this silky smooth texture when you're eating this bowl, and just offers a different, a look to it. And then two, this thin sort of slice here, it allows this marinade that we're gonna make. It allows it to really seep into that vegetable. So here we go with some cucumber, thinly sliced. And then what I do, y'all, is I do not use the seeds of the cucumber. Okay, so I had a chef tell me in culinary school. He told me that the cucumber seeds are not digestible in the human body. So I always remembered that, and I no longer use cucumber seeds in salads or anything that I'm working with. So what we're going to do is we're going to pickle these. And to pickle these, all we're going to do is take a little bit of sugar, and that was just a teaspoon of sugar. We're going to take a pinch of salt. I'll balance that out. That's sweet and salty. And then I've got some white wine vinegar. You can use whatever vinegar you like, but I'll take about 2 teaspoons or so of white wine vinegar, 2.5. And I'm going to take a little bit of black pepper. And then we're going to go ahead and toss our cucumber in this mixture, okay? So super simple, quick pickle solution, and it comes out delicious. That's the first thing I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and give it a toss, okay? And it makes it really nice, acidic, flavorful, beautiful. So here we go. We'll leave that, put that aside. Again, this is pickled cucumber. Super easy. Set it aside and move on to our next task. So we're gonna actually, let me wash my hands for a second, kind of take y'all over to what I got going on. So jasmine rice, super simple. I'll put the recipe on there, but again, follow the instructions. I just took a cup of rice and 1.5 cups of water. I simply steamed it, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a tablespoon of butter and throw it in there with some salt and pepper, season the rice, and then make the, just at a simple base. This is a sauce that I'm going to show you how to make, and then also offer you a simpler solution. So this is called a bulgogi sauce, and it's really common Korean, kind of like a sweet. It's what it is. It's a sweet soy sauce. So a bulgogi sauce, if you wanted to buy it, it looks like this. This is just a brand that I found, but Korean bulgogi, and it's delicious. But I always like making my own just because I like putting my own flavors in there. So I'm going to go ahead and show you quickly how we're going to make this nice little beef marinade, so to speak. And we'll start with some garlic. I always love that smashing technique. It just gets rid of that skin. Makes it super easy to get going. And smash, and then this is just going to be a mince. Again, when we're cutting, watch your guide hand. Always keep it curled. Always keep your thumb back. Slicing motion is important. We'll move to chopping. Okay. And we're looking for a nice mince on this, so we'll take our knife through it a couple times. Okay. Again, I'll post the ingredients in the description so you know exactly how to make this. I found all of these ingredients at the supermarket today. I was very careful when I went in, masked up, washed hands, sanitizer, all that good stuff. Okay. All right, so just a nice little mince. We're going to start a little sauce here. So we'll add that to the bowl. And I use 2 cloves, but you could use 1, 3. I really love that taste of garlic. This is a little bit of ginger. So I'm going to take the ginger and just peel it. Again, they sell this in the supermarket. They sell it in huge heads, but don't be afraid just to break it apart. Honestly, that's what I do. That's what I do every time is just break it apart and only take what I need just because fresh ginger doesn't last that long. So only buy what you need. You know how it goes. All right, give this a thin slice, and then I'm gonna mince it. Okay. So I'm looking for maybe like a tablespoon or 2. I mean, it's fresh ginger, y'all. So here's the thing: when you're throwing things like ginger in your diet, you're getting a lot of nutrition there. You're getting a lot of vitamins and minerals that are awesome. So don't be afraid to use it. When you cook it as well, it makes it kind of subtle. Of course, ginger raw is very strong, but when you cook it down, it's very subtle. If you don't have ginger, no worries. Right? Remember, in life, there's always substitutes. So no worries if you don't have ginger. You can use, I'll just use either ginger powder or don't use ginger. Whatever. Don't use it. Okay? And we'll go ahead and throw that in. And again, I want to mention that I'm making my own bulgogi. I'm just sort of being extra, but you can totally buy this in the supermarket and do your own thing, okay? All right. After we have that ginger and that garlic mixture in there, just soy sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my pan on. So soy sauce, I'm maybe using like a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna use a splash of this vinegar as well, kind of balance it. Black pepper. And again, the whole thing with this bulgogi is that it's like a sweet soy sauce, so we'll use a little bit of brown sugar. I love brown sugar with meat. So, when you think about like ribs, that was like 2 teaspoons. When you're thinking something like ribs and, this beef that we're using, the sweet and the salty, it goes really well with the umami kind of flavor profile. And then, guys, we had the acidity. We had a little bit of spice. I mean, we're literally hitting everything in the palate, and it's going to be wonderful. I'm sure you're going to love it. So let's get to cooking, and let's start this bad boy off. So we've got the marinade going for the beef. I got my pan getting hot. I got 2 options here. I can use olive oil or I can use sesame oil. So it's up to you. I'm gonna go with a little bit of both. I think if I use only sesame, it just tends to be a little bit too strong. So I like to have just both around. I'm gonna use sesame for the meat. And then what I got here, guys, is just simply some Julienne carrots. I did not cut these myself. I actually found these in Publix, and it was just a bag of they're called matchstick carrots. But it makes it nice and easy if you have it already cut. Again, if you wanted to, you could totally cut these yourself. And students out there, you know how to julienne. That's all this is. Just a julienne carrot. I had a little bit too much oil there, so I'm going to go ahead and tone some of that down. We're going to get a pan nice and hot. Matter of fact, I'm pretty much going to work with high heat this entire time. And we're going to saute this carrots, okay? As far as your beef goes, so I decided to kind of splurge. I went ahead and grabbed that Kobe beef, and that was just something that I decided to do. Totally up to you, though. As far as the type of ground beef that you want to use. This is just, honestly, I never do this. My wife, when she saw I did this, she's like, why did you do that? I just saw it, and it was like $2 or $3 more expensive than just regular ground beef. So I love Kobe beef. I think it's delicious. It's amazing flavors. And I'm not spending my money on like anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab all the best quality ingredients. But totally, ground beef is fine. You could use ground pork for this. You could use ground chicken for this. Shoot, you could have this vegetarian or tofu. So all that kind of works. All right, pan's getting hot. One thing I always do is just kind of test that heat. And we'll get ready to saute these carrots. I feel comfortable enough with adding those in. And guys, this is just a quick saute, okay? So these are very, very thin carrots. I do not need to cook these for a long time. This is going to be something like a 2 to 3 minute cook time, okay? And then that's it. A little bit of seasoning is very important. We'll go ahead and do that. And y'all know the rules. Fresh cracked black pepper, always. And what's my other rule? You know it. Go ahead and say it. Always keep it kosher. Always. Control your salt, though. Be easy on your salt, y'all, because you're dealing with soy sauce. Okay? What is soy sauce? Very salty. All right, toss these up. If you don't feel comfortable with the toss, go ahead and use your tongs. Let's get this meat going and get it almost ready to go. And we're having a good time, y'all. We're cooking. My wife loves it. That's like I try to tell y'all that just cooking for people, just it makes them very happy. And you know, you may be looking at this dish and going, Chef Roach, Korean beef bowls. I'm not sure. I'm not sure my family's gonna be up for it. I'm telling you, all right. These are wonders. These are one-hit wonders, 2, 3, 4, 5 hit wonders. It's gonna be everything your family wants. They're delicious. They have texture. And cooking, you should be experimenting when you cook. When you cook the same thing over and over, it's boring. So cook things that are different. And this is going to be one of them, all right? What am I at on time? 12 minutes. I got to wrap this up, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to try to finish the next 5 minutes here. We'll keep this pan on nice and high. We got the beef ready to go. These carrots, again, you just want a nice little quick kind of sear on them. I'm not looking for them to be soft. I want them to kind of still be crunchy. I'm really just trying to give them a quick little char. All I do is add in some olive oil, salt, pepper, and just these matchstick carrots. So I got a plate ready to go right next to the carrots where I'm going to transfer these and set these aside so I can cook the beef in the same exact pan. I always like cooking in the same pan. It eliminates dishes and it makes it really easy for me, okay? Again, in this pot over here, I've got a little bit of Jasmine rice, so I'll add in that tablespoon of butter. Butter just helps to flavor it a little bit. And I do not need to season it with salt because I add salt into the water when I cook it, all right? All right, carrots are good to go. Nice little char on them. Set those aside. We're going to move to this beef, okay, y'all? So it's going to be pretty quick because it's ground beef, so it's not going to need much time. Again, I'm going to use some sesame oil for this. Sesame oil is not trying to come out. Promise I'm not using that much. And here we go with the Kobe beef. Oh, yeah. Okay. And be sure to wash your hands. I feel like I'm going to have to turn this down a little bit. Let that go. Wash my hands. Okay. So, I got the Kobe beef on high heat. With something like this, y'all, I want some nice kind of crunch on it. I want some textures on it. I want it to have, you know, a little bit of char. I don't want it to be just pale. I want it to have some of that flavor. So I don't mind the heat. I did turn it down. Okay. And I'm trying to break it up at this point. All right. Okay. Get that nice kind of cook time on it. Have everything ready to go. Then we're going to go ahead and season it. I started on high heat, and then I lowered it to medium heat. And I'm going to keep it on medium to medium high heat to finish. Okay. I'm going to hold off on the salt. I honestly am, because I know I'm going to add some of the soy sauce mixture to it. And the biggest thing that I try and teach y'all is that you can always add more, but you can never, ever take away. Okay? All right. Whew. So I'm looking at my pan. I'm going to show y'all what I'm looking at here. Honestly, it's looking a little greasy for my liking. And I'm not as comfortable with that grease, so I'm going to take some of that out before I add this sauce. And then you may ask me, you say, but Chef Roach, how are you going to discard the grease? Listen, really bad idea to throw it down your sink, honestly. Also, a bad idea to throw it in the yard. Just discard it properly. Let's just put it into a glass jar of some sort. Hopefully you have a glass jar. And that's ready to go at home. And that's going to be the best way to get rid of this, y'all. Is if it gets a little greasy on you, we're just going to add that and get rid of that, okay? All right. So we're going to continue cooking this, and then I want y'all to break this up. So we want this to be smaller pieces, medium heat. And we're going to get ready to add our sauce, okay? So that nice soy sauce, again, that bulgogi mixture, which was a sweet soy sauce, we're going to go ahead and add that. So it's got the ginger, it's got the garlic, got the aromatics. I'm going to break this up. Continue to cook that ground beef. It's nice and seasoned. All right. And then we just got one last thing to make. So again, recap here. We got the jasmine rice ready to go. We got the julienne carrots ready to go. We've got our pickled cucumber. The last thing I want to show y'all is we're going to top all this with a sriracha crema. Okay. So the sriracha crema is just something nice and a nice little sauce to kind of combine with this. It can be optional for you if you're not into spice. Totally fine. These flavors will be awesome as is. Okay. But I will show you how we're going to make this. So sriracha crema, guys, real simple. I'm just going to take some sour cream, sriracha, and I'm going to combine them. Depending on your heat preference, you can add as much as you'd like. A little bit of crushed black pepper. Again, I'm not going to mess with the salt just because the soy sauce is going to have that salt content already, okay? And this is what we're going for, okay? This is what we're going for. All right. Get back to our beef. It is almost ready. Breaking it up into smaller pieces. It's got a nice gloss to it. It's got a great aroma. Super important here, chefs. Taste it, okay? So one thing that we didn't add in this was that kosher salt, and I want to make sure that, does it indeed have enough salt from that soy sauce, or does it need a little bit of a sprinkle? Oh! No salt while you're cooking. Soy sauce does it. And I'm going to plate. Let's do it. Okay. So, plating time. You know me, I got to clean up real fast. Move some stuff to the side. All right. So, everything's ready to go. Guys, this is a Korean beef bowl. So it's best served into a bowl, and then, I always like to kind of set yourself up a little station where you can plate everything and make it happen. But I'm going to plate this on a plate. That way you can see exactly what this looks like. And we've got our rice. We've got our beef. So when you get to plating, you want to have your rice, your beef, cucumber, crema, carrots, bubbly, and a little bit of, I like a little cilantro, just for garnish, okay? So here's going to be plating, and then we'll finish this off. So again, this is best fit in a bowl, but totally fine to, I gotta fluff this rice for a second. Make sure it's nice and broken up. Fluffing the rice just kind of breaks it up, separates it, makes it better for plating, okay? Whoops. All right, y'all. So we will go with some jasmine rice. It's beautiful, smells great. It's our base. Okay. And I always like to make a little bit extra rice because I love to have it for leftovers. Pardon me. This will bother me. And we're gonna then build the plate, okay? So you can build it based on your preference, but if you're trying to make this legit, make this as Korean beef bowl, we're going to have the rice as our base. Then we're going to add our beef. Beef is beautiful. We'll add it right in the middle. It's got a little bit of sauce too that just sort of accumulated in the pan. So I'm just making sure I get some of that sauce on there as well. Smells awesome. It's got these great, a little bit of that ginger aroma, some of that garlic, the soy sauce, the brown sugar. And I'm just sort of building this right in the middle. Some falls off on the edges, that's fine. Keep it all on one side though. Okay. Then we will add in our veg. Always try to get that vegetable incorporated in your dishes, honestly. Then we will get that pickled cucumber. Again, just kind of building around it, just like a bowl would be where you have, all these different toppings. Hit it with our Sriracha crema. Or leave it for some on the side if they would like. And then, of course, some fresh cilantro. A couple of different plating ideas for you. I like the stems when I'm making any sort of Asian dish. I love that stem in there. Reminds me of like a bami sandwich. And then I have a little bit of sesame seeds, which I probably could have toasted. I'm totally fine like this as well. Right on the meat. Okay. All right, y'all. So we've got 2 Korean beef bowls. And, again, listen, different for you to try out and for you to taste. I think your family would love it. It really didn't have many ingredients. If you purchase the bulgogi sauce, you don't even have to make it on your own. But however you would like to do it. So again, thank you so much. And students, I hope that you recreate this and let me know. And cooking is a way to relieve all this stress. So I bid you farewell. Make it. Y'all do good, okay? Chef Roach out.